Well, we find ourselves on a Monday morning down in deepest Sussex with one Johnny Herbert, who's playing golf. He's already got his excuses in early. You normally like things to go fast, don't you?
Well, they go fast off of the tee. The unfortunate bit is it's when I get to the slow little chippy bits and putting bits where it all seems to go disastrously wrong. So I prefer it off the tee. That's the fast bit for me. But it's just great to get out. You know, near the birds in the background, it's brilliant. You know, we're doing it for Rugby for Heroes, so we've got some heroes here as well, actually playing golf, which is wonderful. And it's just great to be part of this fraternity here. You know, Mike Tindall's put this together, and it's great that we've all been asked to come on my side. But of course, then we've got the, you know, my guys here who have, you know, put towards the charity as well. So it's a great event to come to.
Now, I saw you at the driving range, so I think it's a feasible question to ask. Are you a golfer?
3 times a year. Does that class as being a golfer? Yeah. I've always loved it, always enjoyed it. I have that sort of adrenaline rush that I got when I used to actually race. My competitive instinct comes flooding out, and hopefully today we're going to have a good round. But after what happened on the driving range, I'm not sure. Yeah. But anyway, we're going to enjoy it.
Get all the bad shots early, that's what I say.
Yes.
Now, life's pretty good for you.
Last all day normally. Anyway.
Life is pretty good for you. You're strutting around the world's Formula 1 circuits, working for Sky. And so, you know, the sport's still in the blood.
Yeah, well, I think you never shake it off. You know, motorsport has been basically my life since I was 8 years old when I started karting. So to go through the karting and all the other formulas into Formula 1 and racing at Le Mans, for example, but then getting the opportunity with Sky F1 HD to do that as well with Damon Hill, my old sort of racer.
Sparring partner.
From the very beginning, actually, when we started in Formula Ford. And he's a lovely guy. We get on really, really well. Simon Lazenby, who used to be sort of the rugby boy a few years back, so it's great with Simon. Then we've got David Croft and Martin Brundle, Natalie Pinkham is there, Ted Kravitz. So we've got a really good core team that do all that. We've got the Sky Pad where we can sort of go through what's happening on track, which is Anthony Davidson. So it's a really good put together programme for everybody to watch, to understand, if you don't understand F1, but if you do, just to see that little extra information that you can get from it, enjoying it. And
as a driver, well, you had, as they say, a good innings, didn't you? What, 160, 170 odd?
61, yeah.
161 Grand Prix.
3 Grand Prix wins.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, hey, they weren't just any old wins, are there? One, for example, was, I think you'll find, the British Grand Prix.
The first one very much so was.
Yeah, and
luckily, historically, won Silverstone because it was the first sort of Grand Prix that we ever had. Then Monza in Italy,
which is a nice one to notch up as well.
And then the Nürburgring as well, which is the old Nordschleife, which was raced many years ago.
So and that was a special win as well because it was Stewart's first win, wasn't it?
It was the only win, the first and only win.
Stewart Racing.
Grand Prix, so that was brilliant. You know, for Jackie, I think it was 30 years since his last Grand Prix, I think it was, if I get it. Oh, last win in Formula 1 was actually the Nürburgring as well, and then he got his first and only win in as being a team owner constructor. So that was something that was really, really good to be part of. So I've been very, very fortunate with all my racing that's gone on. But like anything in life, you've got to keep working at it.
And hey, let's not forget you also won Le Mans, 24-hour race. So you'll probably be about 24 hours out on this course today. So you're used to long-distance sporting events.
Yeah, 24 hours is a bit too long for my liking. So hopefully I can get it under that 20 hour would be nice. But Le Mans, again, historically wonderful race to be part of, and I was still fortunate that it was a Mazda Japanese manufacturer. It's the only one again that's won Le Mans, and to be part of that, and it's a nice historic thing with the Wankel engine that we ran with that as well. So again, I've just been fortunate having the different single-seater racing that I did, then also the sports car side of it, a bit of GT racing as well, a bit of touring car, a bit of British touring car.
Bit of everything, hey?
A bit unsuccessful, but it's hopefully going to be more successful today.
Quick view before you go on the F1 season so far. It's interesting, it's competitive, isn't it? And it's good to see racers like Fernando Alonso and Kimi Raikkonen right in there.
Yeah, I think the last couple of years have been very, very good. There's a lot to talk about the tyres. Are they good, aren't they? Are they bad? I personally think they're a good thing for Formula 1. They all have the same situation. The engineers have to engineer the cars to work with the tyre, and the drivers have to adapt their style to be able to get the best from the tyre in the race. The best guys are still winning. The world champions are all at the sharp end. and it's really good. We've got a nice mixture with Fernando Alonso in the Ferrari, Kimi Raikkonen in the Lotus, and Sebastian Vettel as well. And hopefully down the line, we're going to see Lewis Hamilton come through in the Mercedes, which is very, very fast at the moment. In qualifying, struggles a lot with the tyres in the race, but that's something they can work on as years go by. Hopefully it's going to happen for him sooner rather than later. We're going to change next year, 2014, to new turbocharged 1.6 engines, so that's going to be something, a big change for everybody. Less aerodynamic downforce on the cars as well, so hopefully they're going to move around a little bit more. But generally, Formula One is very healthy at the moment. It still seems to be very popular.
And if you had to put all the money you're going to earn today on who's going to win this year, who would it be?
I'm probably going to put it on Fernando Alonso still, because I think that car, they seem to have been very shrewd. I think they've worked on that car for the race. And where do you win the points in the championships? In the race. And I think that's where they've been very clever. Fernando seems to be typically driving very maturely, as he always does, but one guy or two guys who's going to push him all the way along, Kimi Raikkonen in the Lotus, and the world champion Sebastian Vettel. So it's going to be tough. It's going to be a few swings and roundabouts. It's going to sort of change around as the year goes by, but I think overall it's going to be fascinating to see who actually can to win the championship.
And it's going to be fascinating watching you play golf today.
I'm not so sure, but thank you for that. And it's great to be here, and I'm glad that we can help Rugby for Heroes and everybody else have a good time.
Thanks a lot.